Alright, so in the past video we have talked about the Fusion tab. Now let's move on to the Color tab. So before you go into the Color tab, I want you to go to let's say any clip. Let's say this clip is quite good for our experiment, so to be said. So go with your line at the video you want to color grade, and in our case this is the one we will use in order to understand the Color tab. So again, this is the Color tab. What you have here is the nodes. So just like in the Fusion tab, you have nodes here. The green is the input and the blue is the output. In our case, you have video in, you have video out, but you don't have output for what you have done in here in the Color tab. So in order to add an alpha output, you have to right click and go to add alpha output and take this blue square and merge it with this blue circle, and now we have alpha output. Now, as I said at the beginning of this course, the wheels are the most important part in here, because they, not the most important part, but they're the most important tool into this tab, with 6 different smaller tabs. It's pretty straightforward. Here it says, this color wheel is for the shadows. So here you change the shadows. As you can see, I'm changing the shadows to blue or to yellow. And if I want to reset them, I go here. This is for the midtone. It's exactly for what you might think it is. It's for what's in the middle, basically. This is for the highlights. As you can see, as I'm moving this, everything's changing. So look at these curves. So when I'm moving the highlights to red is very up here at the highlights. Now I have resetted everything, but as I'm moving the highlights towards blue is very high. Now as I'm moving the highlights towards green is very high. So basically it's comprehension here. You have to comprehend what you're doing and maybe know some basic formulas, so to be said, of colors that make your video look much better. But in general, it's all about trying new things and seeing what works or not. So again, the Color tab is for color grading and color correction, and also for the beginners you have here the presets, which I said I don't recommend, but if you really don't want to work with the Color tab, you can simply use one of these presets, which looks awful, to be honest. Let's see what this one looks like. It looks bad. This one looks alright actually, but too white. This one yeah, well, this one is good, I guess. So you can try out on your own and find some presets you think that work alright with your video, but in general I don't recommend using them because they're really not that good. As you can see, you just have to play with all of these settings and see which one is the best for your video. But I guess I will never use the presets. So actually you can import other presets or buy presets online and import them into Davinci, but I don't recommend doing that. I recommend you learn the Color tab, and we will have a whole section for learning the Color tab. So more on that in that section. One thing I wanted to tell you about is that if you want to preview, or if you don't see your video color graded or edited, even though you have done it, you make sure you check this box or uncheck it. For example, if you want to see how your video looked before color grading and how your video looks after. So yes, I guess I will just reset everything. And finally, if you want to, I have shown you the scopes before, but let me show you them again when we have a video, because this time you will see them and you will understand them much better. So as you can see, here you have the levels of red, green, and blue. And here you can see how much of red is in this video, how much of green is in this video, and how much of blue is in this video. Also, the white color is this one. So as you can see, here you have all of the colors, because all of the colors together equal the white color. So you have all of the colors above, and when they're above, it means they are white, and when they are low, it means that they are black. And as you can see, here it's darker, so that's why here they are lower. And yes, I guess that's it with this color tab. Those are mainly the basics, but we have a lot to cover about it. So see you in the next video, and all the best to you.